Tap that subscribe button so you never miss another deep dive into the hidden truths of Hollywood. Tyler Perry, a name that once symbolized resilience and faith in the entertainment industry, is now being shadowed by a storm of allegations, shocking revelations, and unsettling whispers from behind the scenes. For years, Tyler was celebrated as the ultimate rags-to-riches success story, a man who went from homelessness to Hollywood mogul status through sheer determination and spiritual conviction. But according to longtime collaborator Cassi Davis and several others, this carefully curated image may conceal a much darker reality, one rooted in exploitation, manipulation, and hidden agendas. Cassi Davis, the beloved actress known for her roles as Aunt Bam in the Medea franchise and Ella Payne in House of Pain, has finally broken her silence, painting a chilling picture of what she witnessed while working closely with Perry. Her claims suggest that Tyler's meteoric rise came at a terrible cost, not borne by him, but by countless young talents ensnared in his vast empire. Davis points out the stark contradiction between Perry's proclaimed Christian values and the disturbing content of his shows like Ruthless, which centers on cults, ritual abuse, and other dark themes far removed from spiritual edification. Adding fuel to the fire are Tyler's controversial associations with religious leaders like T.D. Jakes, whose own connections to lawsuits and scandals have raised eyebrows. Observers have noted that despite his public embrace of faith, Perry's work often brims with anger, betrayal, and explicit content that clashes with the teachings he claims to uphold. Furthermore, persistent rumors link Perry to Diddy's infamous freak-off parties, alleged hotspots of hedonism, and darker, more nefarious activities.
What do you feel happened to Black Hollywood to where it used to be an event to put out a black movie?
Tyler Perry happened to Black Hollywood, and he did it by using stupid, ignorant, so-called Christian to fund all of his very homosexual behavior.
Sources claim Perry's presence at these exclusive events blurs the line between celebrity culture and cult-like rituals, suggesting a hidden world of excess and manipulation far removed from his public persona. Allegations also swirl around the treatment of actors and background workers on Tyler Perry's sets. Multiple reports describe his studios as among the most toxic in the industry, where disrespect, underpayment, disorganization, and humiliating working conditions run rampant. Background actors recount experiences of being treated as disposable, call times being changed without notice, and promises of fair pay being broken. Even basic necessities like craft services are reportedly subpar, a stark contrast to the lavish success Perry projects to the world. The criticisms don't end there. Many argue that Perry's portrayal of Black women in his films perpetuates damaging stereotypes, consistently depicting them as broken, loud, bitter, or stuck in cycles of trauma. From Diary of a Mad Black Woman to I Can Do Bad All by Myself, the recurring narrative is one of Black women only finding redemption through immense suffering, reinforcing harmful tropes rather than uplifting authentic, multifaceted experiences. Critics like Jaguar Wright have gone so far as to label some of Perry's works, including Divorce in the Black, as outright humiliation rituals, accusing Perry of using his platform to showcase degrading and exploitative imagery under the guise of entertainment. Moreover, influential voices like Spike Lee have long condemned Perry's work as coonery and buffoonery, arguing that while Perry may have opened doors for Black creatives, he simultaneously entrenched harmful images of Black life for mass consumption.
We were sitting in the service and I leaned up toward him and I said, I've just been touched to give $1 million.
Spike and others suggest that Perry's quest for mainstream acceptance led him to sacrifice authenticity and dignity, opting instead for stereotypes that were easier to market to broad audiences. As Tyler Perry defends his work, claiming it reflects the real people and experiences he grew up with, the growing chorus of critics sees something more sinister, an empire built on the exploitation of pain, both on-screen and behind the scenes. Allegations even suggest that Perry manipulates and exerts control over young actors, fostering an environment where questioning his authority could end careers before they even begin. As these stories gain traction, it becomes increasingly difficult to separate the man from the machine he built. Whispers about exploitation, secret parties, humiliation rituals, and manipulative control tactics cast a long shadow over Tyler Perry's legacy. Despite his defenses, the contrast between his public persona and the mounting accusations is becoming too stark to ignore. It raises unsettling questions about what success in Hollywood truly costs, and whether Tyler Perry's empire was built on the very backs of the community he claims to represent. As more voices like Cassi Davis, Jaguar Wright, and others step forward, a clearer and much darker picture of Tyler Perry's world continues to emerge. The once celebrated mogul now faces a reckoning, as the entertainment world, and the audiences who once adored him, grapple with the unsettling truth behind the glittering facade. The road ahead for Perry remains uncertain, but one thing is clear. The story of Tyler Perry is no longer just a tale of inspiration. It's a cautionary saga about power, sacrifice, and the hidden costs of fame. With every new accusation, every whispered rumor confirmed by a second or third voice, the narrative deepens and darkens. Stories from background actors who were belittled and mistreated, to young stars whose dreams were crushed before they could even bloom, reveal a pattern that can no longer be ignored. Tyler Perry's films and TV shows, once seen as beacons of representation, are now being reevaluated under a harsher, less forgiving light. Are the tales of triumph and redemption genuine reflections of Perry's own struggles, or are they cynical repackagings of pain meant to exploit the very communities he claims to uplift? The deeper you look, the harder it becomes to deny that the smiling, cross-dressing Medea character that made America laugh might have been a smokescreen all along, designed to distract from far more troubling realities. If the allegations are true, Tyler Perry didn't just build a media empire, he built a house of cards, propped up by secrecy, manipulation, and exploitation. And now, as more people find the courage to speak out, those cards are starting to fall. As audiences, we must ask ourselves, what is the real price of entertainment? What does it say about an industry and a society that allows such practices to flourish unchecked for so long? Tyler Perry's story is no longer just his own. It's a reflection of Hollywood's oldest, darkest truth, that in the pursuit of fame, fortune, and influence, too often, the vulnerable are sacrificed for the success of the powerful. The whispers surrounding Tyler Perry grow louder with each passing day, and it seems clear that the foundation he built his empire on may be crumbling under the weight of its own secrets. The stories being shared now are not from enemies seeking revenge, but from former collaborators, industry insiders, and individuals who once believed in Perry's dream. Their testimonies paint a haunting image of manipulation disguised as mentorship, ambition masked as altruism, and cruelty hidden behind carefully staged smiles. Hollywood has always had its dark corners, but when those shadows touch someone whose brand was built on faith, family, and perseverance, it strikes a nerve deeper than mere disappointment. What happens next remains uncertain. Will Tyler Perry address these growing allegations?